when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. This is a very profound statement that everyone who considers himself or herself or who inspires to be a leader must understand. Welcome to Leadership Factory Africa. I'm Chi Orale. So in today's episode, we are going to be discussing a profound topic, a foundations of leadership that every one of us should understand before we have privilege or an opportunity to be in a leadership position. So the topic is the purpose of leadership. That is why we start the episode with that popular quote that when a purpose of thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So we are discussing the purpose of leadership. I have discovered with few years of being a leadership consultant and having tried as much as possible to educate my contemporaries and some few people around me as a consultant to understand what leadership is all about. I have found out that one of the reasons why so many people misbehave in the positions of leadership is because at its core, they do not understand the purpose of leadership. If you could take a critical look at our society, we will be making use of our society because this is where many of us can relate with. I recent time tried to assess the 54 countries in Africa, try to look for means to get across to these nations, and I discovered that even me as a leadership consultant, there are few things I'm yet to know and understand. So it is better we also try to make the teaching, make this study practical. That is why I would like to be using what we can really relate with. So let's use Nigeria as a typical example. I discovered that the fact that we expect so much from our political class, or maybe in an organization, or maybe in a religious setting, most time, these people we expect so much from do not understand why they are aspiring for the positions. Yes, somebody may say they know. I may agree with you to a certain level that many of them were actually aspiring to be a leader in this respective sector or position because of their stomach, as a result of hunger, as a result of deprivations and the rest. But I want to let you know that many of these people do not know many things we think they know. You see, change is a product of knowledge. Change is a product of knowledge. I have discovered that so many people cannot do better than what they know. The same thing applies to all of us. We cannot do better than what we know. So many a times they only do to the best of their knowledge. Abusing of leadership positions, leadership privilege, and opportunity is as a result of how they understand the purpose of leadership. So I'll be speaking briefly on few of the purpose of leadership that we can look together critically, and so that we could be able to do a little justice to this topic today in Leadership Factory Africa. All right. So the first purpose of leadership I will be talking about is change. It change. leadership is about driving change, is about bringing change, is about bringing transformation. That is the purpose of having a leader. So as an aspiring leader or a leader in an organization or a leader in a country, you must understand that people are looking for positive change, transformation that can add to their life value, that can make life more better to people. That is the reason for leadership. So, at first, you should not even desire to get to leadership positions when you know that you do not have strategic plan, strategic visions that can bring about change people desire. I use myself as an example. Some months ago, I was running some program when they called for leader among us to volunteer to do some certain thing. I refused to go. Do you know why? Because I knew I do not have enough time that I'm going to be able to dedicate for that assignment. You are a leader not because you occupy a position. You don't just try as much as possible to put yourself in a position where you know that you may not have necessary resources, you may not have necessary strength and knowledge to be able to perform, to be able to deliver your promises. So the purpose of leadership is change, is to bring about positive change. You see, it's about changing the status quo. You don't just decided to occupy a position without bringing about a transformation, especially in time of crisis, in time whereby the leader dearly need a transformations that will bring about prosperity, bring about success, bring about stability in such an organization or nations. So we must understand that that is one of the major purpose of leadership. Number two, purpose of leadership I want us to discuss is to cast a vision for people, is to cast vision for people. You know, naturally, we have a lot of people who cannot lead themselves. Yes, indeed, because of the level of their exposures. So, when you become somebody who to lead them, you must have enough capacity to be able to cast visions that is going to transform their journey of life. You must. It's not about you occupy the position. It's about casting visions. Well, what are you saying? In the next 10 years, in the next 5 years, in the next few years, when are you taking these people to? So leadership exists to set a compelling visions for the future. A leader helps people see possibility beyond their current reality and paint a picture of what can be achieved. You know, many of them have resources. They do not know how they are going to be able to make use of it. As a leader, you are helping them casting visions. You are inspiring them through visions to be able to lay hold on their future. Because anyone who does not have visions do not have future. Anyone that does not have vision does not have future. So you must be able, have enough capacity to be able to help them to set a vision. Because without vision, people wandered aimlessly. People could not be able to achieve a tangible result. So you must be ready to do or to put in place how these people can be able to have a great future. In one of our previous episodes, I was talking about vision, the power of vision. You know, any leaders who does not understand the power of pragmatic visions, power of visions to be able to lead his people cannot successfully lead a group of people or a nation. Then you cannot, vision without a strategic plan cannot be achieved. Like in my nation, Nigeria, every leader come to power with visions. They come with this kind of, we are going to do this, we are going to do that, we are going to take this number of people out of poverty. Why all of them fail of these promises is because they only have these visions without plan. A vision is not a vision until it is being documented with the strategy to be able to achieve that vision. When you have a vision and the vision is not documented, it is not a vision. So a vision is a set of picture in your heart, in your head, in your hand, in your book that going to motivate you to be able to work towards achieving of that thing. So you should know very well that a vision that is not written down, a vision that doesn't have specific period of time for achievement is not a vision. So you are going to weary people. You are going to weary people if you continue this way. Another purpose that every aspiring leader should understand, or any leader should understand, is inspirations and motivations. Because of difficult season dispensation we are, a lot of people are losing out their mind. A lot of people are losing out of life. A lot of people cannot even longer bear what they are facing. So at this critical time, a leader must be ready to motivate people and inspire them with like we said, with visions, with pragmatic steps on how they will overcome their life challenges, the nation challenges. Most time we cry about to our leader, telling them they are here to do what we need, and the following day you just see them delivering speech that is not motivating, speech like that of that young man in the Bible that said to the people that my father has put you in a difficult conditions, I am going to put you in more conditions. That is kind of speech these people deliver whenever they try to address us, because they are not leader by inspirations. They are just leader by positions. Because a leader should have capacity to be able to inspire people to take actions, ability to inspire people, motivate people to take actions, ability to motivate people to be able to work towards goals, toward achieving goals. So that is how a leaders behave. You can't be a leader and don't know how to motivate people. Leadership inspires people to believe in themselves, rise above limitations, and stay committed to the cause. It fuels passions and persistence. So this is what a leader do. Time without number, try as much as possible to inspire people to take actions. Now, I'm going to stop at number 4, which is decisions making. We have a leader because sometimes the team members, the followers, the masses, the citizens could not be able to make some critical decisions because they have limited information. Leaders is a leader because of their abilities to make critical decisions. They are leaders because of their ability to make critical decisions that most times these decisions may be tough on people, but they have been able to put in perspective, they have been able to put in scale to know how long people are going to suffer and how long people are going to enjoy. Because most times, leaders have to stand up to make critical decisions that will not benefit the citizen, that will not benefit the follower immediately, but that we are turned out to be the decision that they need to make, that will make the nations, that will make organizations prosper. So decisions making is a critical tool used by every great leader, every transformational leader, to be able to cause changes in their nations and organizations. And these decisions are critical. These decisions are not just a decision you just make lightly. You have to put into considerations what we call calculative risk in making these decisions. You have to factor in every necessary steps that may affect people either positively or negatively, while considering the highest percentage of the possibility of that decision. So leaders exist to make critical decisions that affect the directions, the survival, and the success of their people and organizations. So decisions making is the heart of leadership. Especially in every setting of our leadership, whether in a religious setting, in nations, or in politics, in an organization. Decisions making is a critical decision that has to be made. In Africa today, our leaders need to make critical decisions on how to take us out of abject poverty in order for us to be able to realize our potential. Africa is full of potential, but we lack the kind of visionary leaders who could be able to make sure that we be able to be out of this dilemma we are today. Listen to me. The major challenges in Africa today is not natural resources. Africa is blessed with all kind of resources, all kind of mineral resources, and a good climate, and all the rest. We are able populations, young people who could as a leader, we can take advantage of this to be able to chart new course, to have a new directions for the nations of Africa. Listen, our major need is competent and character-driven leaders who will stand by their word, who will be able to lead by ethics, people with ethical code of character, code of conduct that guide their behaviors, principle guiding their behavior, guiding their actions to be able to deliver us from this dilemma we are in Africa. Listen to me. For you, the purpose of leadership is the only way. Until we all understand the purpose of leadership, we may not be able to deliver the right leadership. I am Isoji Oroale. I am the director of Africa Center for Ethical Leadership Development. Till I see you again, God bless you.